All right, so we are going to take this toward Vinyasa 2 today, or I will refer to this as a hurdler's balance just because it's easier to say. So where this is going is going to be a lot of opening through the inner thighs, definitely get to the hamstrings, the hips generally as well, so just keep that in mind. I've got 2 demonstrations before we start. So once we get into the main part of the flow, every sequence will bring you to the front of the mat, and we're going to come into that hurdler's balance from this almost all fours position. So what's going to happen is you have both hands down, one knee down, and then 1 foot forward behind the wrist on the same side. Now, when you come into this, keep in mind, you're going to have to adjust and move around and wiggle a little bit because this very much depends on your proportions, how long your limbs are in relation to your torso. So be ready to shift around a little bit. So from here, I've got my left foot forward behind my left hand. I'm going to lift the heel, keep the heel lifted, and keep the knee high outside the arm. And then with the arms, you want to think about moving toward chaturanga here. So you're going to bring your shoulders forward, pull the elbows toward each other underneath you, and then lean away from that front leg. So I'm going to put my ribs on my right arm. My left leg goes down onto my left arm. I'm going to lift my left foot. Be sure you lift that front foot up or you're not going anywhere. Keep in mind. And then from here, you want to think like you're coming into a cobra pose. You want to think in a little bit contradictory, like you're trying to come into a back bend and pull your chest forward, look forward. Bring the shoulders forward. You got to keep on leaning forward to lift the back leg. And keep in mind what usually blocks people up as they round down, the head comes to the floor, they start flopping the back leg, and it's just not going to go anywhere. You can do this to the end of time. You got to use the physics of the pose and the leverage to pull everything forward to lift up and keep your chest pulling forward. Now, you can take it from here and just keep that front knee bent, and that's fine. If you want to take it further, maybe extend the front leg. Just take things to where you can. If you got a really open split, people do refer to this as a flying splits. It doesn't look like much of a split unless you can actually get that leg forward. Just work it as best you can. And then from here, we'll take it through the vinyasa. Now, you can just step the front leg back or fly it back and bring yourself into chaturanga, and just move through the vinyasa from there. So just feel things out, take things as far as you're ready. We're going to do a lot of opening into the hips before we get to that point, so just get as close as you can. And if you just need to keep the back foot down, don't worry about balancing the whole pose. Just let the tension in the inner thigh come into the pose, bring yourself as far into the setup as you can, and just feel things out. And that is at the beginning of the flow, or at the end of the flow, I should say. Now at the beginning of the sequence, I got one more demonstration. You're going to start this out in your down dog. You'll take a 3-legged dog and go back and forth a few times. And eventually you're going to pull your knee forward, set your foot down about halfway down the mat, and then the second foot comes forward in line with the first. And from here, you're just going to take it back and forth and hop and clap your feet 3 times. Now, this doesn't have to be anything too dramatic, but keep your shoulders over your wrists, press your palms down, dig your fingers into the floor, and be intent on holding weight in your hands. Now, how high you do this is up to you. You don't have to bring the feet up that high. You just press down, clap your feet, and then set your toes down on the floor. Try to land your toes rather than your heels and take it as light as you can. If you want to take this toward inversion, you can take it to the other extreme and hop this up with your hips over your shoulders. But again, bring this down lightly. We'll take it back and forth like that 3 times at your own pace. Try to land light each time, and then we'll move into the sequence from there. So just keep all that in mind. So to get this started, bring yourself up to standing at the front of the mat. And I'm going to take us partway down into a squat. So see your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Heels in, toes out. Bend the knees, bring your elbows to your thighs. I'd recommend bringing the hands together. You can keep them separate if you like. But press the arms into your legs and the legs back into your arms and keep some tension here. And then just round your spine. Lift your spine up to spread the shoulder blades apart so you're not just sagging on down here. Keep this relatively active. But let your neck relax. Let your head hang down. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much air as you can. Fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. And then when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. And then when you're ready, you take a deep inhale. When you exhale, just open your eyes. And with the next inhale, just roll this all the way up to standing. Bring your head up last. Open up your palms at your sides. And then just take it slow. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, through center again. Inhale, reaches up high. And with the exhale, this time lean to the right side. Right arm reaches down, left arm stretches right, pull the left shoulder back. And then with your next inhale, come back to center, reach up. And with the exhale, lean left, left arm down, stretch the right arm, left gaze up high. Inhale up to center. Exhale, lean this right again, try to take it further. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, lean this left. Inhale, back up to center. Now with the exhale, lean right one more time. Right arm down, stretch the left arm right, draw that left shoulder back. Open your chest toward the ceiling, keep looking up and maybe take it further. Focus the weight on the right foot. See about lifting your left heel and maybe even raise up to the tip of the left big toe as you're leaning. With your next inhale, back to center, both arms high. Exhale, lean left, left arm down, stretch the right arm as far to the left as you can. Pull the right shoulder back, look up, open your chest toward the ceiling. And here, if you want to take it further, focus weight on the left foot. Lift the right heel, maybe come to the very tip of the right big toe. With your next inhale, bring it back to center, arms high. And then with the exhale, hands to center, bend the knees and sink your hips down low. Back and forth, inhale all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands down, sink down. Inhale all the way up again. Exhale, sink this down low. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale all the way up. And with the exhale, bring it down again. Inhale all the way up. And then with the exhale, just sink down one more time and stay low. Bring your fingertips down to the floor. Now with your hands down, keep your knees bent and bring the feet out a little bit wider. And you're basically folding into a horse stance. So still heels in, toes out. Bring your hips down low, thighs toward parallel to the floor. And then work this as a twist. Step the right foot and right hand down inside your right foot. Left hand to your left knee. Now keep your knees set wide, hips low. Stack your shoulders left above the right and just move your hips side to side. We're just loosening things up. And then take an inhale here. And with the exhale, switch it out. Left hand sets inside the left foot. Right hand comes up to the right knee. And again, knees wide, hips low, right shoulder above the left. This time, move side to side. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, both hands down. Now I'm just turning for the camera here, but stay at the front of the mat and bring your feet together as you're folded. So bring the feet to touch and keep your knees bent. Bring your belly down as fully, your torso down onto your thighs. And keep your legs together, look forward a little bit. Now reach your arms straight forward and your arms are a counterbalance. So reach as far forward as you can and look forward. And then sink your hips down lower. Maybe bring the knees out wider. And round your spine as much as you can. You can bring the hands to the floor whenever you need. But if you can, keep reaching forward. Bring your seat down as low as possible. And then bring yourself all the way down without any impact. And then once your hands are down, set them down behind. Feet about hips width distance apart and just loosen up. Fold your knees side to side. And then go ahead and bring your knees back into center. Now go ahead, take hold of your knees, sit this up tall, and pull the knees into your chest. Lean back enough to take the weight off your feet, and we'll take this into a boat variation. So work the compression here, the tension at the hinge of the hips. Draw the thighs in as close as you can. Press your low back forward. Sit this up as tall as you like, and try to keep the top of your head reaching up toward the ceiling. Now release your grip. Arms at your sides, bring the shins toward parallel to the floor. Still keep the thighs pulled in close. And then from here, we'll go from up to down. So just lean back, extend your legs, come down toward halfway. Pull the knees in and lift back up. Again, lean back, legs forward. And then draw the knees back in. Lean back, lengthen out. And then pull this back up again. Lean back, extend your legs forward. And then pull back up. Lean back, extend your legs. Draw the knees back in. One more time, lean back, extend your legs. And then pull back up and stay here. Now I'll go back and forth from this position to twisting. So set the right foot down on the floor. Keep the left leg extended. It doesn't have to be straight. But turn to the left side, both hands down. Lift your hips up off the floor as high as you can. And then set yourself down. Turn back to center. Bring your legs together. We'll take that side to side. Left foot down, right leg extended. Turn to the right. Both hands down. Lift your hips up as high as you can. Set yourself down. Legs together, come back to boat, and we'll go back and forth. Right foot down, twist left, lift this up. Set yourself down. Bring it back to center. Left foot down, twist to the right, lift yourself up here. Set yourself down, legs together again. Right foot down, twist to the left, lift yourself up. Come back down, back to boat. Left foot down, turn to the right, lift yourself up. And then set yourself down, legs together. Right foot down, twist to the left, lift up again. Set yourself down, back to boat. Left foot down, turn over to the right, lift up. Set yourself down, legs together. Right foot down, turn to the left, lift up again. Set yourself down, back to boat. Left foot down, turn to the right, lift up. Set yourself down, back to boat. One more round. Right foot down, turn to the left, lift up high as you can. Come back down, legs together. And then left foot down, turn to the right, lift up. Set yourself down, back to boat. Now once you come back to center, draw the thighs in close, sit up tall. If you can take it further, maybe extend the legs a little bit higher. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring your feet to the floor. Hands behind the shoulders, lean back. And again, just loosen up, fold your knees side to side. And then bring your knees back into center. Now, keep your hands behind your shoulders, about shoulder width, palms down, fingertips out to the sides, right and left. And then just press down, lift your seat up off the floor. And once you're lifted, walk your feet in as close as you can, keep them about hips width distance apart. And we'll start to open up the front of the body from here. So press your toes down to the floor, lift your heels, push your knees forward, squeeze your glutes, and just come as far forward as you can. And then pull back in and set your heels down. Back and forth, toes to the floor, heels up, engage your glutes. Pull back in and set your feet flat. Again, heels up, knees forward, squeeze your glutes. Pull back in and bring your hips down. Now this time, lift your heels, knees forward, but reach your right arm over to the left. Go slow. Pull back in and come back to center. Heels up, knees forward, left arm right this time. Pull back in and bring your heels down. Heels up, knees forward, right arm left. Let yourself twist. Pull back in with the feet flat. Heels up, knees forward, left arm right. Draw it back in, both hands down. One more round like that. Heels up, knees forward, right arm left. And then draw this back in. Other side, heels up, knees forward, left arm right. And then pull back in. Now this time, keep both hands down. Lift your heels, press your knees forward, and just hold. So with your heels lifted, engage your glutes, lift your hips up a little bit higher. And just keep looking forward. You can hang your head back if you like. Now, if you want to take it further, keep the hips pressing up. Maybe push your knees even further forward. Maybe lift up your palms and come up to your fingertips. Just hold the tension where you can. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, pull it all back in. And come down to a seat. Once you're down, take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. And then when you're ready, cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, come into all fours. Now, once you bring it to all fours, give yourself a moment here, move around, stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side. And just notice where you're loose, where you're tight, feel things out. And then we'll take this further into the wrist. Now, keep your hips stacked over your knees and walk the hands in close, within about one hand's length of your knees. Flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms facing up, the fingertips point in toward you. Now spread your fingers out wide, press the fingertips down into the floor. You can take more weight back to your legs and go light on the hands, or you can lean further forward if you want more pressure. But keep the tension in your hands out of the way. Now from here, you can just stay and sway your shoulders side to side, and that might be good enough. But if you can take it further, come into center, start with the arms straight. And then shoulders forward, pull the elbows directly toward you, bend the elbows just a little bit. And then press up to straight. You don't have to go deep. And keep moving forward and back like this. Now keep your hands tense with your fingertips pressing down. And if you want to take things further, here's the option. It's not very comfortable. But if you want to take it there, then one at a time, set your knees down on your palms. Be sure your hands are tense and your fingertips stay pressed down. And then with that added pressure, bring the shoulders forward and keep the elbows pulled in. And just keep going back and forth either way, whether you got the knees on the hands or not. And then from wherever you are, the next time you bring your shoulders forward, just hold here. Squeeze the elbows toward each other. Keep your fingertips pressing down. Try to look forward. And it's enough just to stay here, but if you're feeling brave, maybe lift one foot up off the floor. Maybe both, but if your knees are on your hands, remember, nothing's going to catch your face, so don't go taking it too far. And then go to release from wherever you are. Take a moment, shake your hands out just a little bit. And then walk your hands forward, come to your regular all fours. Wrists under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, palms facing down. And then from here, go ahead and rotate the hands one at a time. Fingertips to the side and then in toward the knees as far as you can go. Now set your hands flat, spread the fingers out wide, dig your fingertips down into the mat. And keep that grip, keep your spine pressed up high. You can always just stay here and sway the shoulders side to side, and this could be good enough. Let that stretch move up through the wrists and into the forearms. Now if you want to take it further here, we'll move one leg at a time. So for this, step the right foot forward outside your right hand, and then see about sliding it further past your hand as much as you can. And then maybe just move your body forward and back and feel a little bit more of a stretch on that right inner thigh. Now, if you can take it further, look at the toes of the right foot, curl them up, roll to the outside edge, let the knee move to the side, and then see about tucking the toes of your left foot and lifting your left knee up off the floor. Now, if you're going to take this position, try to move back and forth from here. Sink your hips down, pull your chest forward as you grip with your fingers, and then lift your hips up high. Again, hips down, chest forward, look forward, and then lift this back up. One more time, sink your hips, bring your chest forward, and then lift your hips up high. And then go ahead and set your left knee down. Bring the right knee back as well. And take that on the other side. Left foot forward outside your left hand. Try to slide it a little bit further past. And keep gripping the floor with your fingers. Now curl the toes of your left foot up off the floor. Keep them curled and roll to the outside edge. Bring that knee out to the side. Now tuck the toes of the right foot. See about lifting that right knee. And then try to move with this as you're gripping. Sink your hips down. Pull your chest forward. Pull your belly and bring the hips up high. And then again, hips down, chest forward. And lift this back up. One more time, sink your hips, pull your chest forward. Lift back up one more time. And then set your right knee down and bring your left knee down as well. And then come up onto the fingertips and down to sitting on your heels. Take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And then once the hands are ready, come back into all fours, and we'll take this a little bit deeper into the hips. So from all fours, we're going to take this into a lopsided setup. So I want you to come down to the right forearm, but stay on your left hand. Right elbow stays to the side. Bring the right hand toward the center of the mat so that form's diagonal in relation to the rest of you. And then slide your left hand back so you can stack the elbow directly over the wrist. Keep that left elbow pulled into your side. Now with your chest facing down, bring the knees together. Focus the weight on the right knee. Hover the left and keep your left knee bent. Keep your chest facing down. Now lift your left knee out to the side as high as you can, and then fold that leg back in. Left knee out to the side, lift it high, and fold back in. Left knee up high again. Fold the leg in. Left knee out to the side, and then bring it back in. Now left knee to the side one more time. Keep it lifted, keep your toes pointed left. Keep the left elbow squeezing in. And then with an inhale, extend your left leg straight back. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to left shoulder, pulled in close. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to left shoulder again. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to left shoulder one more time. Now keep that knee forward and press the left leg down into your left arm with your chest facing down. And feel that stretch on the left inner thigh. Now if you can take it further, maybe extend the left leg a little bit or a lot. And if you want to go further still, you can tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee, and you're kind of coming toward a variation of that hurdler's balance here. But just feel that stretch on the left inner thigh. When you're ready, go ahead and release this. Bring both knees down and come up onto both hands. And then we'll take all that to the other side, of course. So when you're ready, come down onto the left forearm this time, but stay on your right hand. Left elbow to the side. Left hand moves into center. That form's diagonal. Now slide your right hand back, stack the elbow above the wrist, and keep the elbow pulled in. Keep your chest facing down. Knees together, hips stacked over your knees. Hover the right knee and keep it bent. Now right knee out to the side, high as you can lift. And then fold that leg back in. Right knee to the side, lift it up high. Fold the leg back in again. Right knee out to the side. Fold the leg in. Right knee out to the side, lift it up, and then fold the leg in. One more time, right knee to the side. Now keep it lifted, keep your toes pointed right, and keep that right elbow squeezing in. With an inhale, extend the right leg straight back. Exhale, knee to right shoulder, bring it in close. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to right shoulder. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder one more time. Now keep it pulled forward and press that right leg down into your arm. And this could be good enough here, but if you can take it further, see about extending that right leg a little bit or a lot, and maybe go further still. You can tuck the toes of the left foot and lift your left knee up off the floor. Keep your chest facing down. And then when you're ready, just release this. Bring both knees to the mat. Come back up onto your hands. And then once you're up, just move around, breathe. Now you're going to stay here and breathe, take a break, and that's good enough. Maybe take another stretch before we move on. But once you're ready, go ahead, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and bring yourself up into downward facing dog. Now, once you find your position, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Now, press your palms flat so you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. And then sink your chest down low to the floor. As your chest sinks down, reach your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can. And keep that long upward reach to the hips. Take it further, pulling through the belly, around the low ribs. Use your core to help lengthen out your spine and reach your hips up even higher. And if your legs are tight, go ahead, bend the knees. You can always stay loose and just pedal this out. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward, step to the front of the mat. Let's take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips with distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round. Let everything go long and loose here and let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like and maybe shake the side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, but then restack your spine. So slowly round this up to standing, bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear. Find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach this up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift it up halfway. Fingertips to the floor to your shins. Lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat and let's step it back to high plank. Find your shape, sink the shoulders. Palms press to the floor, press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep that lift. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides, and lower with control all the way down onto your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And we'll take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time and stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in the upper body, press into your feet. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, keep your gaze forward. And lift this up a little bit higher still. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, roll back down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Press the palms to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang and stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active. Work to lift your knees. Take it further. Kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes and pull the hips forward to deepen the arc. Now lift with the arms, but lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Keep your chest pulling forward. Deep inhale. And with the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips up high, back to down dog. Paddle out. Let your hips move side to side. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And then bend your right knee, hang the right foot left, and open up to a scorpion dog. Stack your hips as best you can. With an inhale, straighten your right leg, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Now inhale the right leg up high. Exhale forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale the right leg high. And then exhale forward, knee to left elbow this time. Now stay forward, stay lifted around your spine. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, set the right foot down halfway down the mat and bring the left foot forward next to the right. Now press into your palms, dig your fingertips down, straight arms, shoulders, wrists. Now I want to hop it back and forth like I showed you before, high or low, land on your toes, and take it 3 times. When you're ready, hop up, clap your feet, and again, land light, and take it at your own pace. Now after that third hop, step the left foot down between your hands. That'll be your base. Right knee to your chest, curl in. Take hold of the right knee and round this all the way up to vertical. Now once you bring yourself up, take a moment, slow your breathing down. Root down through the left big toe. And when you're ready, hands to your hips, bring the right knee down to meet the left. We're going to take this into dancer. So reach your right hand back, find the inside edge of your right foot. And when you've got that grip, bring your knees together. I'm going to recommend you keep the left hand at your hip. You can reach that arm high if you like. But put a little bend in the left knee, and we're going to hinge back and forth with this grip. Now keep your gaze forward, pull the right shoulder forward. And as you kick with the right hand, hinge forward against the tension of the kick. Now keep the gaze forward the whole time. Just take this as low as you can. And then bring yourself back up the vertical with the knees in line. Again like that. Hinge from left hip. Keep your gaze forward, shoulders pulled back. And bring it down to where you can. Hinge back up the vertical with the knees side by side. One more time. Hinge from left hip. Bring your torso forward. Lift that right knee behind you. And then back up the vertical one more time. Knees in line. Hands to hips. Bring the right knee high for just a moment. And then switch this out. The right foot will be your base. Come to standing with your left knee high this time. Now dig into the right big toe. Once you're stable, both hands to your low back. Interlace your fingers. Pull the palms together. Keep your shoulders drawn back and keep your chest open. And then put a little bend on the right knee. And we're going to take this toward a warrior 3. So hinge from the right hip, extend your left leg straight, and bring your lifted body in line. So maybe you're more upright, and that's fine. And if you can come down deeper, you can work it toward parallel with the floor. Lower your left hip so you can feel this in the glutes. Keep your hips squared best you can. Keep your gaze forward. Just hold your balance and breathe. Now slowly from here, start to bend into the right knee. We'll take it to a high lunge. Bring the toes of your left foot down and bring yourself upright. Now give yourself a moment to adjust. Deep into the right knee. Left leg towards straight. Left hip pulls forward. Right hip pulls back. The hips stay squared. Keep your spine upright. Keep your shoulders pulled back and just keep looking forward. And we'll take this into the back leg. So dip your left knee down low just above the floor. And then lift straight up. Take it slow. Dip your left knee down again. And then bring yourself back up. Left knee down low, keep your shoulders pulled back. And then lift this back up. Sink the left knee down low, keep your spine upright. And then lift back up. One more time, dip the left knee down low and hold here. Hover just above the floor, keep your gaze forward, keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, set the left knee down and flatten the left foot behind you. We'll take this as a kneeling lunge. So the hips are still squared. Both legs are about 90 degrees. When you're ready with an inhale, reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, vertical twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. Twist open to the right. Inhale, back to center, arms up high. Exhale, twist again. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale to center, reach up high. Exhale one more time. Right arm back, left arm forward. Hold here. Now keep your chest open to the right, look back toward the right hand, and take a half bind, right arm behind your back, palm facing away. Use that arm and keep the right shoulder drawn back, and then brace the twist. Bring the left arm down past your right thigh. So keep your chest open to the right. This is good enough. Now if you want to take it deeper, maybe slide that left arm further down outside the right leg, right shoulder still drawn back. And if you want to take it deeper still, keep your hips stacked over the left knee, but maybe lift the toes of the right foot, and you can slide that right heel forward and take more of a stretch from the back of the right thigh. But keep your twist, right shoulder pulled back, keep breathing with this. Now take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release both hands down inside the right leg. Now set the right foot flat outside the right hand and see if the ankle's a little bit forward to the right knee. We're going to take a lizard lunge variation. Right foot stays flat. Right thigh pulls into your side. Tuck the toes of your left foot and lift your left knee. Now keep your chest facing the floor. You can stay here, but try to take it lower. See about coming down onto the forearms. Now once you're down, keep that right thigh pulled in. And this is good enough. If you want to go deeper, you can reach the arms out wide, right and left. Right arm underneath the right leg. And if you want to take it further still, you can bind this. You can wrap the right arm around the right leg, palm open behind. Left hand comes around from the other side to complete the grip. Wherever you take this to, keep your chest facing down. Keep the right thigh squeezing in. And just breathe. Now from wherever you are, take an inhale. And with the exhale, come back up onto both hands. Go ahead, set the left knee down. Slide the right foot back and bring the toes behind the right wrist. And in the almost all fours position, we'll take it to hurdlers from here. So lift the right heel. Keep the right knee high outside your arm. Look forward. Now like chaturanga, shoulders forward, pull the elbows toward each other underneath you. And then your ribs go to the left arm. Right leg to the right arm, lift the right foot. Now to take it further, look forward, pull your chest forward, keep leaning to lift your left leg. And if you want to take it further, you can always extend that right leg out to the side. When you're ready, go ahead, step it back, fly it back, take it for your vinyasa. And once you find your down dog, move around. Now to take all that on the other side, with your next inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. And then bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, scorpion dog. Stack your hips and find that twist. With the next inhale, straighten your left leg through like a dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to left elbow. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to right elbow. Stay forward like this and stay lifted around your spine. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, set the left foot down halfway down the mat and bring the right foot forward next to left. Now press in your palms, dig your fingertips down, shoulders or wrists, straight arms. Keep looking down, and again, we'll hop this back and forth 3 times, high or low, landing your toes. So bring it up, clap your feet when you're ready, and take it at your own pace. Now after that third hop, set the right foot down between your hands. That'll be your base. Left knee to your chest, curl in. Take hold of your left knee, and let's bring this all the way up to vertical. Once you come up, dig the right big toe down, slow your breathing down. And then hands to your hips, bring the left knee down in line with the right. Take it to dancer. Reach your left hand back, find the inside edge of your left foot. And once you got that grip, bring the knees together. Now I'm going to recommend keeping the right hand on your hip. Keep your gaze forward. And we'll hinge back and forth here. Put just a little bit on the right knee. And then hinge from the right hip. Let that left knee lift as your torso comes forward. Keep looking forward and just take it the way you can. And then hinge back up the vertical. Knees side by side. Again, hinge from the right hip. Draw that left shoulder forward. Lift the left knee behind as you fold this. And then back up the vertical with the knees in line. One more time. Hinge from the right hip. Bring this forward. Lift that left knee up behind you. And then one more time. Bring it to vertical with the knees side by side. Hands to your hips. Left knee up high. And then set that foot down. Switch the side. Left foot to your base. Come to standing with the right knee lifted. Now dig into your left big toe. Once you're stable, hands to your low back again. Now find the grip that feels strange, opposite what you just had. Interlace the fingers, pull the palms together, keep your shoulders pulled back. Put a little bend the left knee. Hinge from the left hip and extend the right leg straight. Now bring your lifted body in line, keep your hips squared. Lower that right hip so it's in line with the left. Maybe stay more upright, maybe come down toward parallel, but keep your shoulders pulled back. And keep that long line for everything that's lifted. Keep your gaze forward and just breathe. Now slowly from here, bend deeper into that left knee, and we'll take it to your high lunge. So bring the toes of the right foot down behind you, bring your torso upright. And take a moment to adjust. Deep bend left knee, right leg towards straight. Right hip forward, left hip back. The hips are still squared, your torso's upright. Keep your shoulders drawn back. And then take it into the back leg. Dip your right knee low just above the floor. And then lift straight up, take it slow. Right knee down low again. And then lift back up. Sink your right knee down low. Lift straight up and dip your right knee down. Keep your spine upright and then lift this back up again. One more time. Right knee low just above the floor. Hover the knee. Hold here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, set the right knee down and flatten the right foot behind you. Come into that kneeling lunge. Hips are still squared. Both legs are about 90 degrees. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, vertical twist. Left arm back, right arm forward this time. Inhale to center, arms up high. Exhale, twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale to center, reach up high. Exhale, one more time, left arm back, right arm forward. Hold here, keep your chest open to the left. Look back toward your left hand. Now find that half bind, left arm behind your back, palm facing away. Keep that left shoulder pulled back. Brace your twist, right arm comes down past your left thigh. Now you can stay upright and stay twisted good enough. If you want to go further, maybe slide that right arm further down past your left thigh, and that's good enough. Keep the left shoulder drawn back. Further still, keep your hips stacked over the right knee. Maybe lift the toes of your left foot, and you can slide that heel forward and take a deeper stretch on the back of the left thigh as well. But hold your twist first and take it the way you can. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release this, both hands down inside the left leg. Now set your left foot flat and see if that left ankle's forward, the left knee at least a little bit. Tuck the toes of your right foot, lift your right knee above the floor. Now keep the left thigh pulled into your side. You can stay here if this is good enough. If you can, take it lower. Bring your forearms down to the floor. Chest still facing down, left thigh still squeezing in. Now to take it deeper, reach the arms wide, right and left arm underneath your left leg. And if you want to bind it, wrap the left arm around the left thigh, palm up and behind. Right arm comes from the other side to complete the grip. And still keep the left thigh pulled in, keep your chest facing down, and just breathe. All right, take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, bring yourself back up onto both hands. Now bring the right knee down to the floor, and then slide the left foot back, toes behind your left wrist. And we'll take it from this almost all fours to hurdler. So lift your left heel, keep that knee high outside your arm. Look forward. Shoulders forward, pull the elbows toward each other underneath you. Now ribs go to the right arm, left leg to the left arm, lift your left foot. Look forward, pull your chest forward, keep leaning to lift the right leg. Maybe extend the left leg as well. And then when you're ready, take it through another vinyasa. And once you find your down dog here, just move around. And let's take half pigeon. When you're ready, with an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now go ahead, bring your left knee down, flatten your left foot behind. Keep your hips squared, left hip pulling forward, both hips sinking straight down. And look for at least some of that stretch in the outer right hip moving toward the glutes. Now you can just stay upright like this, and this is good enough. If you want to take it deeper, you can move toward the back bend. And if you want to settle in, you can melt down to the elbows, you can take it down all the way. Just take it to where you need to right now, and just breathe into this. All right, now from here, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. And then once the hands are close, pull your belly in, back the hips up over your left knee. And then move from the right hip and point the toes of your right foot toward the back of the mat so the shins are parallel. And we're going to take this into a variation of camel. Now I want you to slide your left knee forward so it's about half a foot's length behind your right knee, and the knees are still about hips width distance side to side. I recommend you keep both feet flat, but you can tuck your toes if you prefer. Now bring yourself up on your knees, hands to your hips. So it's left knee back, right hip forward a little bit, but be sure your hips are squared. You're pressing that left hip forward and keeping everything in line. Now hands to heart center. Keep the glutes tense and the hips pressed forward. When you're ready, walk your gaze up the wall in front of you and find the point in the ceilings directly above. Just check in. Feet pressing down. Keep your glutes squeezing. Keep the hips squared. And release the shoulders to the floor. Now if you want to take it further, you can walk your gaze along the ceiling and look for the wall behind you. And then if you want to take it further still, you can release the right hand and maybe reach down toward the right heel, maybe over to the left. Just take things to where you can. Keep that left hip pulling forward and find that long line of tension through the front from the right shoulder down to your left knee. Just breathe with us here. And then reel it back in, hands to heart center. Walk your gaze along the ceiling, find the wall in front of you. And then bring your hands down to the floor, just come into all fours. And move around for a moment side to side. Now, if you need more time, you can always stay here. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, hips high to down dog. And we'll take that on the other side. So once you're ready, with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist with ankle somewhere behind the right. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull that right hip forward, keep it in line with the left. And just sink your weight straight down. Keep your hips squared to the front and look for at least some of that stretch in the outer left hip between the glutes. Now you can just hold yourself upright, and that's good enough. Maybe take it further toward the back bend. You can melt it down to the elbows or take it down all the way. Again, take it to where you need to here. All right, here again, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. And then pull your belly in. Back the hips up over the right knee. And then point that left foot toward the back of the mat. And we'll take it toward that camel variation again. So slide the right knee forward, but keep it about 1 foot's length or a half a foot's length behind your left knee, more or less. And keep the shins more or less parallel. Hands to hips, bring yourself up to kneeling. Knees are still hips width distance apart. And you can tuck your toes or have your feet flat. Now, press your feet down, keep your hips squared, and press your hips forward. Keep your glutes engaged, and bring your hands to heart center. When you're ready, just walk your gaze up the wall in front of you. And again, find the point of the ceiling that's directly above. Check in with this. Release your shoulders to the floor. Keep your hips pressing forward, and this is good enough. Now, if you want to take it further, you're going to release the left hand and maybe reach down toward the left heel or even toward the right. But keep that right hip pressing forward. Keep the front of the body open. Long line of tension from the right knee to the left shoulder. And then again, bring things in, hands to heart center. Walk your gaze along the ceiling, find the front wall. And then just come down to all fours and move around. And just stay loose here and breathe. Now, whenever you're ready, bring your legs out from underneath you and come all the way down onto your back. Once you're down, pull the knees into your chest. Just squeeze everything in tight. And then go ahead, release your left leg and extend it out fully. Left arm down to your side. And then right arm inside the right leg, take hold of the right big toe. Now, once you got the toe, just pull straight down. Keep that right hip grounded. As you're pulling down, extend the right leg straight up toward the ceiling. Now, somewhere in between that, find that tension, find the stretch on the back of the right thigh. Breathe into it when you find it. If the knee's bent, just keep it there. Keep pulling down as you're pressing up. Now, if your right leg's straight, draw that big toe directly over your shoulder. And either way, keep the left side active as well. Press your left heel into the floor and keep the glutes engaged on your left side. And just breathe here. Now from here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bend the right knee and lower it toward the side of your ribs. When the foot's low enough, right hand to the outside edge of the foot. Left hand to the other side, half happy baby here. Now stack the ankle above the knee. Pull down with both hands and try to press the knee toward the floor. But then press your foot back up at the same time and take that deepest stretch on the right inner thigh. Breathe with this. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your grip. Draw both knees in for a moment. And switch it out when you're ready. Extend the right leg fully. Right arm down to your side. Left arm inside the left leg, find the big toe. Now once you have that grip, just pull down and then extend your left leg straight up toward the ceiling. Now find that tension somewhere in between. Look for the stretch on the back of the left thigh. Breathe into it. And if you got a straight left leg, draw the big toe directly over your shoulder. Now keep the right side active as well. Dig the right heel into the floor. Keep the glutes engaged on the right. And just breathe into that stretch on the left. Hold here. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly bend your left knee lower toward the side of your ribs. When the foot's low enough, left hand to the outside edge of the foot, right hand to the other side. Stack the ankle above the knee, pull down, and try to bring the knee to the floor outside your ribs. Press your foot back up into your hands at the same time. And just keep the tension working up and down, and breathe into that stretch on the inner thigh on this side. Take an inhale. Now at the exhale this time, just release the right hand. Let's take the full pose. Draw the right knee up, and then find that grip on both sides. Hands to the outside edges of the feet. Ankles above the knees. Draw down and try to press the knees to the floor. Press your feet back up at the same time, and use that tension to help flatten your spine. Sink your tailbone down toward the mat. Now if you want to take it further still, you can rock a little bit side to side. And then even further, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, when you're ready, take a deep inhale here, draw it down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. And then just start to move again, bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw everything in. Bring the elbows toward your chest. Pull your knees up as well. And find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. And then bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale, hold on to it at the top. And just let everything go. And thank you for joining class. Namaste.